You've pressed your face close to the mirror again, that specific angle, that specific light, the one that shows every pore, every dark spot, every little thing you've been trying to fix for longer than you can remember. You've used the strips, the harsh scrubs, the tools that promised everything on the packaging and delivered mostly redness and frustration. And somewhere along the way, the routine that was supposed to feel like self-care started feeling like punishment. I know that feeling. Tonight is different, not because I have some miracle product or a 10-step secret nobody's told you, but because tonight we slow down, we stop fighting the skin and start actually understanding it. Here's the evening routine that genuinely changed the way my pores look, and more than that, the way I feel standing in front of that mirror. Before we begin, there's one thing I want you to hold on to through this entire routine. Blackheads are not a hygiene problem. They are not proof that you've been lazy or careless, or that your skin is somehow broken. They are oxidized oil inside the pore, a completely natural process, one that every skin type experiences, including the skin you see filtered and perfected on every screen around you. The problem was never the blackhead itself. The problem was the approach. Aggressive, impatient, strip it, scrub it, squeeze it into submission. That approach strips the moisture barrier, triggers more oil production to compensate, creates a cycle that keeps you standing at that mirror year after year wondering why nothing sticks. What works, what actually works, is gentler than you think, and it starts tonight. Step by step, the first thing we do is remove makeup and sunscreen. This step gets rushed. People splash water, call it clean, and move on. But here's what that skips, the film of the day still sitting on your skin. SPF residue, pollution, the natural oils that have been sitting in your pores since morning, thickening quietly. Before you introduce a single active ingredient, that layer needs to come off completely. I use a micellar water here, gentle, no fragrance, on a soft cotton pad pressed against the skin. Not dragged, pressed, held for a few seconds, then lifted away. Watch what comes off on that cotton. Even after what felt like a clean day, there's always something there. This isn't about being alarmed, it's just about being honest with what your skin carries through the hours. Start here. Start with honesty, now the oil cleanse. And this is where the real conversation begins. If you have blackheads, oily skin, congested pores, and someone has told you to avoid facial oils, I want you to hear this clearly, like dissolves like. The sebum sitting inside your pores is oil. Water cannot reach it. A foaming cleanser cannot break it down from the surface alone. But a cleansing oil, it speaks the same language. It moves into the pore, wraps around what's been sitting there, and lifts it to the surface. Not violently, not painfully. The way warm water melts butter, slow, effortless, complete. I pump 2 presses of cleansing oil into my dry palms and warm it between my hands until it becomes almost translucent, until it feels like silk that has been heated to exactly the right temperature. And then it goes on to dry skin. This is important. Dry skin, not wet. Water will emulsify the oil before it gets the chance to work. Fingertips begin at the forehead. Small, unhurried circles. There's no destination here, just coverage, warmth, presence. Down to the nose. This is where I slow down, always. The sides of the nose, the bridge, the nostrils, where the pores are most visible, most congested. The oil needs time here. 30 seconds at minimum, working in those slow, deliberate circles. You're not scrubbing. You're melting, feel the difference. Scrubbing is friction. This is warmth. This is chemistry doing exactly what chemistry was designed to do, across the chin, the jaw, the cheeks. Now wet fingertips, just a little water, and watch the oil turn milky white. That emulsification, that soft, cloudy transformation is the oil gathering everything it loosened from your pores and preparing to leave. Rinse with lukewarm water, never hot. Hot water irritates the barrier, triggers redness, wakes up the skin when we're trying to calm it. Lukewarm, always. Pat dry with the softest cloth you own. Your skin will already feel different. Not tight, not squeaky. Those are actually signs of damage, not cleanliness. It should feel like nothing, like skin, like yourself. Then comes the water cleanse, the second cleanse. This is the step that clarifies what the oil began. A gentle, low pH foam cleanser, one that won't disrupt the acid mantle your skin works incredibly hard to maintain, finishes what the oil started. A small amount, a coin-sized amount, less than you think you need. Lather it in your palms until it becomes soft and light, almost weightless, like you could blow it off your hand. Then onto the skin in the same gentle circles, the same unhurried rhythm. This isn't about pressure, it's about contact. The cleanser doing the work, not your hands forcing it. Common mistake here, people use cleansers with a pH of 6, 7, even soap bars. Foams that feel incredibly clean in that stripping, squeaky way. What that actually does is raise the skin's natural pH above its healthy range, disrupting the barrier, leaving it vulnerable to bacteria, dehydration, and, yes, more oil production as a defensive response. Your skin produces more oil when it feels under threat. Give it a reason to feel safe instead. Rinse, pat, soft cloth, look at yourself now, clean, genuinely clean, without the tightness that used to tell you it had worked. Now the BHA exfoliant, the step that changed everything for me. I want to explain this simply, because the word acid makes people nervous and it doesn't need to. Beta-hydroxy acid, salicylic acid, is oil-soluble. What that means in plain language, it can travel inside the pore. Not just skim the surface, not just polish the top layer inside, where the blackhead actually lives. Where the oxidized oil has been accumulating quietly for weeks, months, sometimes years, BHA goes in, it loosens the bond between dead cells, it dissolves the sebum plug gently from the inside out. It also has anti-inflammatory properties. It calms redness while it clears congestion. This is not an aggressive ingredient. In the right concentration, 0.5% to 2%, it's one of the most precisely targeted, thoughtful tools in skincare. I apply it on a soft cotton pad. Press, don't swipe. Swiping creates friction, pressing creates contact. Forehead, nose, always the nose slowly, giving every surface the chance to absorb. Chin, the parts of the face where the pores gather the most. You may feel a very faint, very brief tingle, not burning, not stinging. Just the recognition that something is happening beneath the surface. Leave it, don't rinse it. Don't layer anything over it for 2 or 3 minutes, can't. Let it work in silence. This isn't an overnight miracle. I want to be honest with you about that. BHA works in weeks. Consistent use, 2 or 3 evenings a week, gradually refining what's inside the pore, gradually reducing how visible the blackheads appear. The people who don't see results are the ones who use it twice and give up. The people who see transformation are the ones who make this a quiet, steady habit. Patience is part of the formula. The clay mask, the step that feels like a reset. If the BHA works from the inside out, the clay mask works from the outside in. Kaolin clay, or bentonite, or charcoal, each of them has a similar function. They bind to surface impurities, absorb excess oil from within the pore, and draw toward the surface what the BHA has already loosened from below. Used together, these 2 steps create something more powerful than either alone. The texture of a good clay mask is dense and cool against the fingertips, almost medicinal in its weight. Deliberately calming, apply a thin, even layer across the T-zone, forehead, nose, chin. Avoid the delicate skin around the eyes and mouth. As it dries, you'll feel it tightening slightly. A drawing sensation, not uncomfortable, just present. This is the clay doing exactly what it promises. Leave it for 10 minutes, not 15, not 20. Over-drying a clay mask can actually irritate the barrier. 10 minutes is sufficient. 10 minutes is enough. Use this time to breathe. Genuinely breathe. Lie down if you can. Close your eyes. Let the mask work without your attention, without your intervention. You have spent years trying to fix this through force. For 10 minutes tonight, try the opposite. Rinse the mask off with lukewarm water and gentle circular motions. The clay dissolves easily. No scrubbing, no pressure. As the last of it clears from your skin, run your fingertips across your nose. Notice it. Something has shifted in the texture, a smoothness that wasn't there before, a surface that feels less like a landscape and more like simply skin. Hydration. This is where most blackhead routines completely fall apart. People go through the hard work of clearing their pores and then apply nothing. Or they apply a thick, heavy moisturizer that immediately undoes what they've just accomplished. After exfoliation and a clay mask, your skin is like an open door, receptive, permeable, ready to absorb whatever you give it. What it needs now is water-based hydration, fast-absorbing, lightweight, deeply nourishing, before the barrier closes. A hydrating toner or essence is the answer. Think of it as the first drink your skin takes after doing the work. Pour a small amount into your palms. Press them together, no rubbing, just warming. Then press your warm palms gently against your face, holding for a few seconds before lifting. That pressing technique, used in Korean skincare for decades, drives hydration deeper than any swiping motion ever could. Do it again, and one more time. 3 layers of the same essence, each one absorbed before the next is applied, building up hydration from the inside of the skin outward. Feel how the texture changes with each layer. The first press, the skin is slightly thirsty. It takes the essence immediately. By the third, there's a faint, dewy resistance. A suppleness. That's the skin telling you it has what it needs. Thank you for watching.